throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. Third down here. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
It's Barkley on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box, and guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
High 7. Ready?
He'll try and throw for it here. And Tate's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Hey, check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey.
Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. On the run, it's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ready, ready.
57. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Roll out. Let go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
We go set. 18 Gator. Check. Right up.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Jalen Ferguson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Go, go, go.
Let's get it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got room. 34 yards there and a first down.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Jones operating from the gun. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. We got 4.
Hey, exit.
Check 48.
Down.
Jones now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
X3. 218. Chop. Deep grip. Deep grip.
They'll run with Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
I'll hit you with this again, see how you respond. More in the middle. On the 25. 3rd quarter, 5 minutes left.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Running right, this is Ingram. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that.
Hey, look at this. Big gain, the fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 34.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
47 to Mike, boy, 47.
On 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run on first down. Ingram, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Oh, he got lucky.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. It's caught, Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A first down carry for Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Have you seen me, boy?
Again, it's Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, give me that.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Are you playing inside? You playing inside? Are you playing outside?
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Snead's got it.
Told you, I'm gonna give you time, man.
Snead all alone.
And that was too quick. That was too quick, man. I messed up. I ran too far
Ravens
back.
touchdown.
I just set my feet.
Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
2 and 3. I could take a dub like this. Let me take a dub like this, though.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Get up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. It's 3. 47 to
Oh, it's easy bucket.
47. Check, check. 47.
I told you, easy bucket. I told you.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I kick you far. Damn, you looking at take a 3-point lead. I'm looking for a 3-point lead, too.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, he can smack your head off. Oh.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25.
He got it out of there.
Take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 55 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Easy call.
Here's Jackson.
Damn.
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
Damn, that was a call.
Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He got me.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
That shit was horrible. Yeah, let me jump on that.